I'm going to be the one to say it. Stay in that job. Yeah, your mental health and this and that, yeah, I get it. I hear it. Your manager's a bit of or there's too much politics going on. Stay in that job if you can. But Miles, I've saved up 6 months worth of bills and blah, 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 so I can leave today and I don't need to have a job. It's going to take longer than 6 months potentially. So please just stay in that job. The job market's rough right now.
The advice you need to open your ears so wide open and listen to is people telling you not to leave your job. Like, honestly, you might be so frustrated, so depressed, you hate your job. Like, we all do. Like that job is draining, that job is sucking the life out of you. But right now, this is not the time. Hold on to it, because I hear many people be like, oh, you know what, I'm quitting my job. I'm so tired of it. It's draining me. It's sad, but let me tell you that the job market is horrible. So if you leave your job, it's going to be a challenge. Honestly, like, no need to sugarcoat it. It's going to be difficult to find another job because people are out here for years trying to find a job, but they cannot find a job. And most people are not even in that situation because they chose to just leave their job. Is because they got laid off. Many people got laid off. There are no jobs. There's a lot of job cuts. We also have companies outsourcing for jobs elsewhere. And then there's not enough jobs for many unemployed individuals. We're going to be checking out this video, but before we do, please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
If you have a job in this economy, I don't personally, keep it. I would say keep it, because there's nothing out here for the rest of us. Nothing. Yeah, if you have a job, hold on to it. Hold on to it very, very tightly. Don't let it go. Don't quit it. I don't care if you hate your job, your colleagues hate you, your boss hates you. I don't care if you want to kill. I don't care. Mental health, I don't care. Because imagine being unemployed. Anyway, I've been applying on Sprout and it's the only thing that's gotten me a few interviews. But yeah, you just kind of like swipe to apply.
I saw a video of a guy saying that if you have a job, keep it, because the job market is so bad. And I'm gonna have to second that. Keep that job. This job market is terrible. Got friends who have whole degrees, can't even find a job, graduated from Ivy League schools, can't find a job, still working at an entry-level position at a job that they worked while they were in school. I've been trying to find a job for forever that works with my schedule as a full-time college student, which has been a nightmare. I'm applying to be a barista. They talk about 5 years of experience to be a barista. They want you to be a recent college graduate or in school with 10 years of experience for an entry-level position and then want to pay you $19 an hour. I have a friend that says that she keeps getting to the third stage of interviews and then they say the position gets filled. Like, oh yeah, stay at that job. Stay at that job.
We aren't at the point where keep your job because the job market sucks. We're at the companies looking for reasons to fire you because they're going to downsize very, very soon. A lot of these companies voted for Trump and they knew they fucked up, but they're still fucking racist because a lot of black and brown people are losing their fucking jobs. I already done heard how they fucking feel about black and brown people. And all of a sudden, all these people are disappearing because they don't know how to do their fucking job. And I'm thinking, yeah, sure, whatever. Because I just came from a job that right after Trump got elected, for some reason, my progress report needed to improve. Because prior to the 7 fucking months that I've been working there, they never had any issues on how I did my job until I did the big project that they know most people didn't want to fucking do, but I wanted to be a team player and I'm like, you know what, let me do it. I did it. Then I come back and all of a sudden I'm having all these issues. And it's minuscule things that most people will look over because it doesn't affect the customer. It doesn't affect the company. None of that. And here's the kicker. Most people are still fucking doing. All right. So now I'm figuring that shit out. I'm like, all right, cool. I know what's coming. And then they're right there on your fucking tail. Always watching for every single little fuck up. And then you fuck up because we're humans, right? And next thing you know, they got all this shit stacked against you. This is happening to me, by the way. They're telling me this in the office and they're like, oh, we just don't think you're fit for the job. I'm like, whatever. And I fucking dip. I started a new job. I'm kicking ass. I'm doing all these big ass projects. I did 4 projects. Now I'm going to, and not one complaint. They're like, you're doing fucking great. And then they send me to the project that has been rumored for a lot of people to get fired at because the guy is so on your fucking ass waiting for you to fuck up. And all of a sudden, I don't know how to do my job. Are you new at this? Who else is going through this shit? Because I know this isn't happening to just me.
If you have a job in 2025, keep it. Please just keep it. The job market here in Australia is so bad. There's just nothing out here for the rest of us. So if you have a job right now, I'm telling you to please hold on to it so dearly and tightly. I've been applying 100 applications every single day. Just look at how many jobs I've been applying. I don't care if your boss hates you or you hate your boss or your pay is bad. I'm telling you to just keep the job. Just imagine being unemployed.
I feel like at some point we're going to have to talk about the long-term effects of younger millennials and Gen Z not knowing a second of professional stability. And not just professional stability, like life stability. Like, what has the last 6 years even been? I feel like the first 3 years after I graduated college in 2017 were the last remnants of any type of stability. But even then, people were moving jobs a bunch because of tech jobs. Like, if you move every 2 to 3 years, you're gonna get way more money. And also, it was clear then that like staying in a job for 20 years was just not realistic anymore. And I remember people were blaming it on like, well, the kids keep moving, they're just impatient, they wanna, no, like, we don't have a choice. Like, COVID happened and a lot of people lost their jobs during COVID, including me. And people had to really rethink what they're doing with their lives. Okay, let's say you got yourself stabilized since COVID. Well, the new administration in the United States, so many people have lost their jobs. We're not talking enough about how many job losses are happening right now, how many people are losing their careers, how many people are having to pivot and rethink what their life and their future even looks like. Can you imagine just coming out of college right now? Can you imagine entering the job market right now? You have 0 years of experience and you're competing with people that have 15 to 20 years of experience that just lost their careers, and they're going to take less money because they have kids, they have families to feed, we have to talk. We're gonna have to talk about this at some point, because there's some kids out here that have not known a second of stability since they were even in university, because they probably graduated during COVID. And their mental health, like, they are not okay, I promise you. Because can you imagine doing everything right and doing everything that you're supposed to do by the book, and it doesn't matter because fuck you, is basically what it's felt like for the past 6 years. I have a friend who's currently pursuing a degree in public health. Turns out in the United States, the public health may not be recognized as a legitimate career or legitimate degree anymore. What about all the people that have sunk their whole, like, careers into it? Like, they've been working in this industry. They've been do you know how expensive it is to get a fucking like higher ed degree? And now you're being told it doesn't fucking matter. We're gonna have to, like, this year has been so devastating on so many levels, but it's not just this year. The past 6 years have been weird, and we're gonna have to talk about it, or something is gonna force us to have to talk about it.
If you can't find a job right now, or you're just incredibly frustrated with the job market, I'm just going to tell you that it is not your fault. As someone who's been looking for a job for over a year as a contractor, a freelancer, and full-time employment, I've had the most wild experiences in the last couple months than my entire search, because I think things are actually getting a lot worse. And by things getting worse, I mean they are putting candidates through an insane amount of steps for jobs that are even just part-time. I just wrapped an opportunity, which I did not get, where I was recruited by someone on LinkedIn who thought my industry profile worked really well with what they needed. And we went for the interview. The first interview was half an hour. The second interview was just over an hour. And then they gave me a free design test to do. Unpaid design tests are a huge problem for me. I usually do them anyway, but I'm realizing it's a red flag, and you probably shouldn't even proceed with the process if you're being served an unpaid design test. And I'll get to that in a minute. And then if they said that the design test is successful and they did not provide metrics as to what makes it successful, you will get a 2-hour interview. And just want to be clear, this is for a part-time freelance role. So as they were telling me I didn't get it, they also asked me the day before to send a rate card, and like it just kept going, like more and more from me as it went on. And I really couldn't believe this one just because it was a part-time opportunity. I feel like I'm interviewing for like a CEO high-paying position, which I am not. So they let me know that they actually put, I think it was either 8 or 10 candidates through the design test round. Now, if these were paid tests, they wouldn't be doing that. So it's really important that employers pay designers for the tests. A lot of these tests take anywhere from 1 to 4 hours. It's not even that much money, but it shows that you respect the designer. And when he kind of let it slip how many candidates were participating in the test, he presented it like, you know, we put it up and we were like judging everything, and it's so exploitative. I don't understand how companies are getting away with it. I've pushed back on tests. I've billed employers for tests, like during the recruitment process. Sometimes they pay me, sometimes they ignore me. I think it's really hard to stand up when you're actually in a desperate situation. I don't think it should be on the candidates to stand up for themselves, because it's just going into a void. Someone else is just going to come and do the test for free, especially if they don't know any better. So I think we're past that point. However, I do push back, and I did record what I say, especially if I didn't get the role, about unpaid and exploitative work, because it's just getting so much worse. And I think more than 3 rounds is out of control. And I just want to also state, if you're not from a design background, most designers have a portfolio, maybe 1, 2, 3. I have 4: Dribbble, Behance, Instagram, and my own website. I have more than enough work that supports that I can do this role, that I've shared with the recruiters. So it's very, very strange, and I can't help but notice that it's just gotten so much worse. So I'm really worried about it. I feel really defeated. I keep saying I'm not going to do them, and sometimes I don't, sometimes I do, because I need to make a living somehow. But it's just scared me how bad it's gotten, and I just wanted to see if anyone else had experienced this. I made another video about this, and like even lawyers were saying they're having to do presentations and unpaid work, and it's just like not okay. And there was an Ontario bill that just passed, or some kind of legislation from an employment lawyer who was trying to stop like ghosting and try to get some salary transparency and things like that, but they're not addressing the incredibly long period of time that the recruitment process is taking. And through this part-time role, I've been speaking to them since the end of June. So it also just really drags out. So it's just such an issue. And I can just see that they're more emboldened to waste your time. And I just hope that something changes soon. And on another note, my storage unit just went up $72. It's a 24% rent increase. And I've been there for less than 8 months. So yeah, it's all connected.
Yeah, like, yeah, I know you hate it, but genuinely speaking, it's really rough out here. If you haven't seen my videos about the job market and how terrible it is, please just scroll down my videos. You'll see a lot of videos that will give you a reason to stick to that job, even if you hate it. I know it's terrible. Like, it's sad to say someone should stay in the job that they hate, that is making them miserable. But you can't leave it at me if you have, maybe you have something that you can rely on, you have a way of making money, you have other options. Maybe if you have someone that will take care of you. If you know you don't have that, okay, and you're relying on trying to search for another one, like, let me just quit this job so I can look for another job, and you know you don't have maybe money saved up that's enough to take care of you for 3 years, because hey, you gotta brace yourself for 3 years. You don't have that, you can't pay or take care of yourself for 3 years, you don't have that in your account presently. I can only tell you to stay with that job. Sometimes people are holding on to it and they still got laid off. So I don't know, but just try. Like, at least let it be a situation where it's either they lay you off, but you gotta stay there, keep searching for a job. Maybe if you find another one. Do you guys know that it's so risky to even be trying to find a job while you are working? Like, because while you're working and have a job, you could accept another job and be like, oh, you know what? I got an offer. And then you go and maybe they fire you in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We are in times where these companies are very vicious. They behave and treat people really, really badly right now. So it's even risky to do that, because they could rescind their offer. Like, they could send you an offer, and before you know it, you wake up the next day and they tell you no, like, we didn't do that, or something like that. So it's just so much craziness that's going on. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. I really appreciate you. Please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.